وقتی که من یادمه جوری که مادر بزرگامون برامون نقل میکنن سینه به سینه منتقل شده. الان اینجا به جد میتونم بگم که هر خونه ای تو این شهر شما برید در بزنید از این هنر بپرسید، حتما یک نفر تو خونه هست که این هنر رو بلد باشه.
They carefully and delicately stretch the fabric onto rather large traditional embroidery hoops and then draw the design they want to thread onto the fabric. They use special yarns known here as gulabatun yarns that come in many vibrant and vivid colors and start tracing their drawn patterns. And little by little, the real beauty and complexity of shapes, roughly outlined by the blue lines, comes to light. She's really fast, and you know, even though I'm this close, I can't really tell what she's doing. But what I can tell you is that every time her hook goes into the fabric, it intertwines with another thin string she's holding in her other hand underneath. It's these loosely tied knots that keep the design fixed on the fabric. Some of these fabrics are trouser legs that are decorated with traditional designs that are themselves completed by putting together different, separately prepared sections. The essential part and the most traditional of all the parts of a decorated trouser leg is a thick, hand-woven band attached to the bottom of the fabric around that part of the trousers that covers the ankle. It's in the shape of something that's deeply rooted in the culture and way of life of these people who've lived by the sea for generations, the shape of the bow of a traditional wooden ship. These woven bands can be as thin as 6 millimeters or as thick as 5 centimeters. The method used to make them is known as shack weaving in the local dialect. It takes a minimum of 2 hours worth of constant weaving by a seasoned weaver to finish one thin strap. Put all these separate sections together and fix them on the fabric, and only then you have a traditional Bandar-E trousers.
در قدیم این هنر دوزندگی رو پارچه های ابریشم بوده و نخهای آبطلا و آب نقره کار میکردن، ولی عرضه‌ای که داشتن با تعداد محدود و کمتری بوده. الان در حال حاضر این پارچه ها جای خودشون رو به چیزای دیگه دادن، ولی بازم اگه کسی بخواد همون چیز سبک قدیم و سنتی رو داشته باشه، ما میتونیم همین هنر رو پارچه های ابریشمی خاص با همون دوخت عرضه بکنیم، ولی با تعداد کمتر.
These designs aren't seen just on trousers, rather they are worked on a number of clothing items and accessories. For example, niqab, which is something like a masquerade mask, half a mask that covers the eyes and the nose, has long been a part of the day wear of Bandar-E women and is decorated with gulabatun embroidery patterns as well. The niqab, however, is more than just an accessory. It's neither a universal custom nor is it compulsory. Rather, in this culture and to these women, it represents modesty. Another handicraft that's quite famous in this region is known as khus needlework. Khus is the name of the plastic threads used in the needlework and comes in 2 major colors, silver and gold.
این به زبان محلی میگیم جلبی، به زبان فارسی میگیم شال. زمان قدیم برای عروس میکار میرفت تو مجالس تو حجله که خانم عروس حالا به جای توره لباس تور استفاده میشه، اینا شال مثلش میکردن و لباس محلی میپوشید. بعدم اینم واخوس زرد استفاده میشه، هر کس دوست میره کس خوش سفید دوست داشته، کس خوش زرد.
As you've just seen, since the khus threads are rather firm, the embroiderers don't use needles to sew the different designs onto the fabric. Traditionally, the patterns worked into the fabric are in the shape of 6-pointed, 8-pointed or 12-pointed stars. Khus needlework was a lot more popular during the Safavid period, but the art has somewhat faded over the years.
یکی سبز هم داشتیم برای داماد. داماد وقتی همون میخواستم برم بزنید برای داماد سبز میچینیم کردیم. تور سبز خوش میزنیم.
Another example of this art that shows just how much it's intertwined with these people's lives can be seen in their henna designs. The traditional custom of applying henna to the hands is usually done during special holidays, birthdays, and most importantly, wedding nights. These are the same flower and leaf patterns you see on their clothes and trousers. The only difference is that here they're worked on the skin. Another form of art that can be easily found in coastal cities is seashell craft. Seashells are an important part of the marine ecosystem peppering the shoreline. They have always fascinated the human societies. People have collected shells for millennia for a great number of reasons, as decorative or memorial objects, to make jewelry items like pendants and necklaces to bracelets. Some even use them to barter, and some use them to create beautiful statues. All in all, different shellcraft are found throughout the world. In some countries, it has taken on the role of a rather large business, whereas in others, it is simply a folk art. So, even after retiring from their long career as the protective shells of different marine life, these magnificent mollusks start yet another life, providing both material and design inspiration for a variety of arts and crafts.
کل کارهای بنده در زمینه صنایع دستی از صدف‌های از بین رفته استفاده میشه، از هیچ موجود زنده‌ای استفاده نمیشه. صدف‌هایی که به حساب از بین رفته و قبل از اینکه فرسوده بشه، من اونو به عنوان یه هنر و یه سوغاتی برای مهمونایی که از راه دور میان ایجاد میکنم. بیشتر این صدف‌هایی که استفاده میشه از ساحل زیبای خودمونه، استان هرمزگان، بندر حسینه. این بیشترشون ایده های خودمه که به شکل بعضی حیوانات به حساب بالا آهو یا به عنوان طبق آداب و رسوم قدیممون که به دست آوردن آبمون از چاه بوده، آب آشامیدن که و در کوزه ذخیره می شده و استفاده می شده.
To average beachgoers today, shells may be a huge reason for long strolls. People spend hours combing the sands for beautiful and intact shells that they can use to bring to life the images and ideas that pop up in their heads. Some may have only just begun, and some may already be experts. But I believe that their fascination and joy is one and the same. This is Gulnaz Farnudi for Iran.